and R is the APR. 1 plus R divided by little f raised to the power T times F. Basic present value calculation. All right. So this is value. For small changes, percentage change is the same as change in the natural logarithm. So percentage change in the value of the bond is approximately the same as change in the log of the value of the bond, or natural log. By the way, nice little trivia for you. Why are we using the term ln instead of nl? Why do you think so? I mean, wouldn't it be easier to abbreviate it to nl? And you can thank the French for that, because it was the French that came up with the concept of natural logarithm. Actually, it was a Swiss mathematician called Bernoulli. In French, you don't say natural logarithm, you say logarithm naturel. There's most of their adjectives are like that. You know, you don't say a beautiful car, you say car beautiful. Actually, for beautiful, that may not work that way, but it's typically that way. I used to learn Welsh. It's also like that in Welsh. They even take it to the extreme. For example, you want to say Mary's big blue car. You say car blue big Mary. Go figure. Okay, what is natural logarithm of value? Well, we're going to use the rules for logs. It's equal to log of the face value minus log of 1 plus r. Then use the rule for the exponents in logs. T times f ln 1 plus r f. Okay. Now, if you calculated the derivative of this, d ln v, with respect to interest rate, well, the first term does not depend on interest rate, so it's a constant. The second term, it's minus t times f times derivative of the log, which is 1 over the whole thing, and the derivative of the inside, in this case, what it would be, 1 over f. These f's cancel out, as we have negative t over. But consider what that t is. That t is number of years until maturity. So this basically says, or if we rewrite this, d ln v, which is approximately percentage change in value, is equal to negative t divided by 1 plus rf times change in the interest rate. Okay. Remember, this is an approximation, and it holds true only for very small changes in interest rate, also known as infinitesimal. That's the idea behind calculus. But you can also use this as a pretty good approximation for not very small changes as well. I mean, if the interest rate changes by 10 percentage points, this probably is not a good approximation. But if it changes by 10 basis points, which is a basis point is 1% of a percent, okay? So one full interest rate point has 10,000 basis points. Think of it that way. So interest rate risk is actually proportional to so-called duration or maturity of a zero coupon bond. This is true for a zero coupon bond, okay? For bonds with a coupon, we're gonna kind of come up with a concept of average maturity. So we're gonna first define a concept called Macaulay duration. This is named after an economist that came up with the concept in 1930s. His name is Macaulay. For any set of cash flows with differing maturities, I'm going to call this MD. We could call it whatever we want, is equal to actually and here N is number of cash flow maturity pairs. So if you're talking about a 30-year bond with semi-annual coupons, N would be 60 because there are 60 coupons, and on the last payment there is also the maturity payment, face value payment. TI is the maturity of ith cash flow. PVI is present value of ith cash flow, which is equal to and F is number of times compounding in a year, or using better English, frequency of compounding in a year. If it's semi-annual, it will be 2, quarterly 4, monthly 12, annual 1, so on and so forth. If you think about it, where and $CI is the dollar value of ith cash flow. So for example, consider a 2-year semi-annual bond with a face value of $1,000. Come on. 8% coupon rate. First of all, N is 4. There are 4 payments. 6 months from now, a year from now, year and a half from now, and 2 years from now. What's the first payment? It should not be difficult for you guys. What's the first coupon payment? It's an 8% semi-annual bond with $1,000 face value.